All right. Now we're running curl wheel at a 3x1. That's y'all might have a different name for it. I'm calling it curl wheel for the sake of simplicity. I'm not going to use my terminology out here. Uh, if you all want to leave a comment and talk about what y'all call this play, by all means, go ahead. I love talking ball with you guys. So we got, let's see what the down distance here is. 3rd and 8, up by 7 on the 27-yard line in our own territory. We scramble out. All right. So this is what they have going on here. And again, you might have a different name for this. Let me know in the comments what you call this play. We have an under route, or like the backside of a mesh route coming across the field. Some of y'all call it a cross, drag, whatever else. Okay, I'm calling it an under. Okay, the under route coming across the field. You're gonna have the crosser here by number 3. Number 2 here is going to run the out and up, okay, or wheel, as some might refer it. And then you have the post curl on the outside. It's not the worst call in the world versus a cloud defense. Because what you're doing is you're putting this guy in a bind, okay, their hook to curl player, who has to wall the crosser and then cover wall the crosser, cover the out, and then look and possibly cover between the curl and the under route coming across. Now, here's where this gets a little trippy, is the under gets covered man to man. Mainly because they brought Cobra or corner blitz to that side. And so they had to lock up. Their answer to that was to lock up that receiver if they were going to bring the corner. So for Baker, this is a pretty easy decision, especially for a mobile quarterback like himself. Okay. He's going to let this under route carry his eyes. Look at that. He even called it out beforehand. He knew what was coming. Okay. He's watching that under route as it's coming across. Okay. He's seeing it's being covered man to man. And he knows, like, all right, I can take this myself. There ain't nobody else to cover it. And it's not a hard read. And once again, using motion to determine coverage. All right. So we are in empty formation. I love using empty in 3rd down situations, especially ones that still involve some form of tight end H-back with the possibility of running the ball. It's a very interesting formation because now you're forcing the defense to decide between what style of offense you're currently playing. Are you in true empty? Well, now we have to get into our empty checks. Well, are you not in empty? Well, all right, we're going to play base, but you're still kind of lined up in empty. It puts the defense in a bind. Whereas the offense can theoretically still do a lot of the stuff they want to do. Seems to me it's like some sort of smash concept. You got hitch fade down here. I know that was one of their favorites in this offense. Up top, it's almost like a, what do you call it? Crack corner by the outside. Whereas the slot is curling up in the middle as a Tampa 2 beater, which versus this defense isn't a terrible thing to do. And that three safety cyclone 3-down defense, one of their favorite coverages is a version of like cover 3 with cloud on both sides, or in to most people what they'll simply call it as Tampa 2. I mean, they got the crack corner. Maybe if they had some sort of flat control guy holding this dude, maybe he's worried about that a little bit. I think what they're trying to do is attack the middle of the field, put their middle backer in a bind, covering either the OTB or the RB or the running back hitching up out of the backfield. Excuse me, it was the H-back. Man, there are so many other better throws here. Like, probably could have zipped that into the OTB. Like, your best receiver posting up in the middle. He's got it if you can just throw it over this dude, or just put a little air on a nice little 2-ball out to this guy. You got 2 first downs, 2 possibilities of a first down. Kansas. All right. Looks like a little curl flat concept with a backside dig. Honestly, this might be the best coverage I've ever seen on a curl. Like, rarely do you ever see a curl flat player when his flat turns away, look to cover the curl out. Now, what they might have done is clouded this, okay, where now he is the flat player and he's playing the hook. So now he's got no responsibility to that out route anymore. That actually makes a lot more sense. But man, that's not terrible coverage by that guy. Now, where this receiver messes up is he needs to find that open window. Some guys are taught to only come back to the quarterback. I like it when the receiver has the option to either come back to the quarterback or fit inside to get open. Because if you're stuck on this guy, like you're expecting him to get open. There was an old coach of mine who said the curl should be covered, has to be covered by 3 guys to be covered up. Which sounds like a lot. But if run correctly, that is kind of the case. Because 1, it's covered over the top to make sure he doesn't win over the deep. 2, you need a curl player to make sure that this area is covered if he curls into back down the stem or back to the quarterback. And you need to cover the area inside of him, the hook area, which is being occupied by the seam here. Okay, 3 guys have to cover the curl. In theory. Now, that's not what happens all the time, but in theory, a good run curl route should be covered by 3 guys. Had the dig on the backside. Not a lot of people versus cloud coverage I haven't seen many hit the dig / bender or whatever you want to call that on the backside here. All they need to do is get the back out to occupy whoever that hook the curl player is right there. I mean, they've got to throw to that guy right there. Just got to get eyes over to him.